What's up, everybody? This is my Impact on Pop. Impact Wrestling. Impact on Pop, May 17th, 2018 review. Show just ended. It was a pretty good show. Really good, decent show from Impact Wrestling. They're under new management. Don Callis, Vice President. Got Jimmy Jacobs, Scott D'Amore, Sanjay Dutt. It's part of the creative team. That's a good combination. So up first, they kicked off with Brian Cage. Brian Cage in the opening video. Eddie Edwards, Sami Callihan in the opening video hyping up the show. First match was a title match for the Impact Tag Team Championships. DJZ and his partner Andrew Everett challenging for the tag team titles. DJZ, Andrew Everett defending. They are the team of D and E. They were challenging for the Impact Tag Team titles. The champions defending Eli Drake and not Big Papa Pump, Old Man Papa Pump, Scott Steiner. Yes, it's 2018, and I'm not joking. Yes, Scott Steiner was a champion in wrestling in 2018. That's laughable. So Eli Drake, Scott Steiner, defending the tag titles against D&E. I really like DJZ. Really glad he's back, being able to do what he loves to do, wrestle. New tag team champions. It was a decent tag match. I'm surprised and kind of shocked Scott Steiner can still even walk and move, because the guy's old. The guy's taking a lot of punishment. So I'm surprised Scott Steiner can even move. If you watched tonight's Impact, go in the comments, or not in the comments, go in the chat and leave a message in the chat. How did you like the show? What do you think of Impact Wrestling under new management? What do you think about it? Do you think it's a good thing, or have you not watched Impact in years and you're not going to start? So Eli Drake, Scott Steiner lose the Impact Tag Team titles to DJZ and Andrew Everett. After the match, backstage, DJZ cut a promo. He said, "I almost died last year." So I'm sure he's really grateful to be back in the ring doing what he loves to do best, wrestle. And DJZ's a great wrestler, great talent. I've always been a fan of the guy. Up next, we had a knockouts match. The in-ring Impact debut of Tessa Blanchard. Tessa Blanchard against Kiera Hogan. Not related to Hulk Hogan. Kiera Hogan is a black woman. She's a really good worker, pretty good wrestler. I've seen her before. I've seen Kiera Hogan a lot in Shine Wrestling, the women's company. And Kiera Hogan is really good and impressive. I'm glad Kiera Hogan's in Impact. Tessa Blanchard, Kiera Hogan have a pretty good knockouts match. Tessa Blanchard's great. Tessa Blanchard is plain and simple. She's greatness. In the ring, she's great. She looks great. She can talk. She can wrestle. Most importantly, Tessa Blanchard also, third generation wrestler. I don't know why the hell WWE did not sign Tessa Blanchard, but they should have. Maybe she had backstage heat on her. Maybe they thought Tessa Blanchard had a bad attitude. I don't know. But Impact has got Tessa Blanchard. That's really good for the knockouts division to rebuild it. Tessa Blanchard wins, of course. She was going to win. It was her knockouts in-ring Impact Wrestling debut. And she won with the hammerlock DDT. Check out my live reaction I did for Tessa Kiera Hogan. Then Madison Rayne was on commentary after the match because Tessa Blanchard attacked Kiera Hogan after it. Madison Rayne did not like that, so Madison Rayne ran to the ring, tried to take out Tessa Blanchard, pushed her down. Then Tessa got out of the ring, and Madison Rayne wanted to fight her. So in 2 weeks, it's booked. It's Madison Rayne against Tessa Blanchard at, I forget the name of the big Impact Wrestling event. It's in 2 weeks on Pop TV. They're building it like a pay-per-view type show. Up next, we had Gradle. Gradle backstage with a promo with his so-called girlfriend. She's very attractive. Karina. She used to be in TNA Impact Wrestling before. She was Winter. She was also in WWE before. She's a gorgeous, beautiful woman. She was in WWE before as Katie Lee Burchill. She's back in Impact Wrestling as Karina or Katrina, one of those names. Anyways, she's with Gradle. And that's laughable because she would never go or date Gradle. Maybe she would. I don't know. Maybe they are dating. I don't know. So Gradle backstage talking to Jimmy Jacobs and Congo Kong. Because Jimmy Jacobs is Congo Kong's manager. So he was there talking for Congo Kong. And it's going to be Gradle against Congo Kong tonight. Gradle, you're going to be destroyed. And you were destroyed. Up next, they go to a hype video package on Eddie Edwards, Sami Callihan. What happened to Don Callis by Sami Callihan. Video package on Eddie and Sami's feud. Tommy Dreamer has gotten involved. Their match will be a street fight from House of Hardcore tonight. Now we go to Gradle, Congo Kong. Gradle, Congo Kong. Gradle gets absolutely destroyed. Congo Kong wins. And then after it, Congo Kong destroys them some more. But out comes Moose. Moose comes out. Moose. I always like doing that during his entrance. Moose comes out, makes a save for Gradle. So in the future, we're probably going to see Congo Kong against Moose. Probably at Slammiversary. Maybe at Slammiversary. That'll be a pretty good match. Because they're two big guys. Then now, up next, we have a promo from the Impact World Champion, Pentagon Jr. That guy is really good. I don't know if he knows that much English. He knows a little bit. But who cares if he doesn't know any? Pentagon Jr. is great. The guy is really good. I recommend you watch Major League Wrestling on YouTube, MLW. Find it on YouTube. Pentagon Jr. is in their episode number 1 against his brother. And they have a great main event match. It's like 18 minutes and it's awesome. Pentagon Jr.'s a great worker. The guy's fantastic. So up next we have LAX backstage in a promo. They're on their cell phones trying to talk about where's Conan. We can't find him. Where's Conan? Then LAX is interrupted by Trevor Lee and Kaylee, whatever the guy's name is. The guy was Trevor Lee. I forget his name. They show up and talk to LAX. Up next we have from House of Hardcore, Eddie Edwards, Sami Callihan in a street fight. From House of Hardcore, I believe it was a house show. But they had cameras there. Pretty decent crowd for a House of Hardcore house show. So I did a live reaction for Eddie Edwards, Sami Callihan. Check it out. It was a good street fight. Could have been better. Could have been longer. Could have had more weapons like tables involved. They did use chairs. They did use candlesticks. I absolutely hate Sami Callihan with a passion. The guy doesn't deserve to be in pro wrestling and get a paycheck from anybody. But Impact, as I said on my live reaction, Impact was never gonna fire Sami Callihan. I'm sure they just think it's an accident what he did. I don't know how you could do an accident and be that stupid. Anyways, Eddie Edwards wins. It was a good street fight, but I would have liked to see Sami Callihan bleed and bleed and bleed and keep bleeding. And eventually, I would have liked to see Sami Callihan bleed out and pass out. Eddie Edwards wins. After the match, Eddie Edwards starts choking out Sami Callihan with his own baseball bat. That was fantastic. I loved that. And Eddie security had to break it up. Tommy Dreamer came out, the owner of House of Hardcore, and was talking to Eddie, saying, Eddie, it's over, come on. So now we have Brian Cage. The guy's a freakish looking athlete. Hell of a talent. Brian Cage in Canada, wrestling in Canada for some promotion in Canada. I didn't catch the name. Brian Cage defeats a wrestler from that promotion in Canada. Brian Cage looked damn impressive. The guy always looks damn impressive. Brian Cage wins. Now we go to, before the main event, we have the segment, the funeral of Rosemary. Su Yung is giving out, not giving out, but doing the funeral for Rosemary like she killed her character. Or killed Rosemary and put her to rest. Rosemary better rise from the grave or rise from the dead, because Rosemary's character, and especially Courtney Rush, she plays Rosemary. She was in Shimmer, really long time as Courtney Rush. They better not get rid of the Rosemary, because it's one of the best things about Impact Wrestling is seeing Rosemary a part of the show, because Rosemary is damn good. She's great. I love her character. I hope they don't kill the Rosemary character. That'd be awfully stupid as hell. So the funeral of Rosemary, they're carrying her casket with like stupid music in the background, carrying her casket through the cemetery, through the woods, and the bridesmaids are carrying the casket. Su Yung is shown. She spits liquid out of her mouth, and it sets the casket. I guess Rosemary was supposed to be in it, sets it on fire. The casket's on fire, as JR said at Royal Rumble 1998. The casket's on fire. The casket's on fire. Good God Almighty. Well, the casket was on fire. And I hope Rosemary wasn't in it, or else Su Yung, that is murdered. That is murder. And you should be charged. Just kidding. I know it's a work. So kayfabe, she was not in the casket, because that would be murder. So anyways, very odd segment. The production looked pretty good, but it was a weird segment. Felt like, I don't know, a C or D or B horror movie. But whatever. It was kind of silly. The funeral of Rosemary is kind of cheesy and silly, but who cares? It's wrestling, and sometimes silly and cheesy is pretty fun to watch and to laugh at and enjoy. You want to see a really bad, low budget horror movie comedy, don't watch Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That movie's awful. But this Funeral of Rosemary was better than the entire Killer Clowns from Outer Space movie. That movie absolutely sucked. I didn't think it was funny, and it was boring, and I hated it. And whoever made and put up money to make Killer Clowns from Outer Space, whoever made that and put up the money, the budget was like 1.5 million. Whoever put up that money, you should be executed because you're an idiot. So, anyways, main event time, tag team main event time with four of Impact's top guys. You had some Lucha Underground talent and Impact Wrestling talent. Phantasma, I believe he works for AAA in Mexico or maybe works for Lucha Underground, I'm not sure. Phantasma and the world champ, Pentagon Jr. He's great. Pentagon Jr. I know is a part of Lucha Underground, but he's also the Impact World Champion. So Phantasma, Pentagon Jr. take on the team of Austin Aries, Matt Sydal. It was a pretty good tag team main event. I enjoyed it a lot. Of course, Phantasma, Pentagon Jr. get the victory in 2 weeks. Pentagon Jr. will defend the world title against Austin Aries again. Not again, but Aries gets his world title rematch in 2 weeks. Hope you enjoyed this Impact Wrestling. Impact on Pop, May 17th, 2018 review. Bye for now, everybody. Have a great night and have a great weekend.